Greetings and salutations, friends. Welcome back to another episode. And today we are going to work on decorating out around the log flume here. Actually, while we were away, I did this. I put all of this around the teacups, and I filled in a little bit. And I'm going to just, I'm going to quickly, while I'm here, throw down some hedging just to fill this out a little bit and finish this area off. Some red ones for a bit of splash of color, some trees for some shade, and that should bring that to a close. Nice. Okay, all right, let's get on with this, shall we? First of all, we need to adjust the terrain a little bit to make things make just a wee bit more sense as to why they would do this. And now let's start working on a sawmill. I know, that's an original idea, isn't it? What I want to do is just enclose this a little bit to create, I guess, some sort of a what's called a weenie, something that you can see from a long way away. Usually it's where something you can see from anywhere in the park, but I don't think that's going to apply here because I'm going to have a lot of trees blocking line of sight. But this is going to be, I guess, the weenie for the log ride. We refer it like that, I guess. Back to the problems with the roofing again. The overhang looks nice from here, but when I put the rest of the roofing on, not so much. So I think what I'll do, we'll just go with the wood roof on the top of this, and they'll go with the tin roofing on the rest of it. From downstairs, from down below where the ride entrance is, it's really not going to be that noticeable. So it should be fine. Now we just got to find the correct roofing to put on this, and of course there's the overlap, which I realized I didn't need. I'm going to take this off, and of course I attached the roof to the main building, which is really, it's a no-no. You don't want to do that because then you can't work inside the building. I hadn't thought about that yet. And I want to put some flooring on the inside here just to cover up that gaping hole. I come up with another plan for that later on, but for the moment we're just going to put these plankings down and try and get that to work. And I think this is where I realize, you know what, I've got the roof attached. That's a pain in the balls. Let's separate the roof and just that top piece there. Now I can get on the inside. What if I just bring the walls of the building right up against the side of the lift, right? That way I don't have to worry about putting down flooring and angles and all that nonsense. I can just drop that right in there, butt that up against it, and that's it. Because we don't really need any scenery inside it. We could if we wanted to go like hyper detailed, but I don't think it's particularly necessary in this case. All right, that's pretty good. Let's go ahead and try and line this up with the ride itself. Okay, that's cool. We'll put the roof back down on it. There we are. Okay, now we can get rid of all this extraneous nonsense. Let's slap a roof on here. Mostly because it's going to need one. All right, so that's a nice basic shape. We need to gussy it up a little bit, add some details. So we'll get some supports on the edges and the sides, the corners here rather. We'll just duplicate them across. Run them across here, make it look like they're holding the building up, right? Because that's what it's going to be doing. Now we'll throw one. Okay, so that's starting to take shape. It's definitely looking better. I could probably pick out along the roof edge as well, but I don't really think that's necessary. We'll just do the ones along the flat edge rather than that inclined edge. Now, windows. I always have a problem finding the right type of window to give me the feel I'm looking for. Because, people inside the building would want to be able to see what they're doing while they're working. So we're just going to we'll go with the unlit glass windows from the haunted pack, the spooky pack. And now let's put down some clutter on the outside of the building. I want a platform here just to put stuff on so I know it's all flat and attached to the actual building. And we'll just play with the terrain a little bit, make it look like it's making sense. And we'll put some across here for the front so when we come around this corner on the log ride, there's something to look at. given that it's a sawmill, let's put some logs down here waiting to be sawn. And then on this side, we'll put some logs down, or some boards down as if they've been freshly cut. And we'll just label a couple there. We'll put some half rounds down. Yeah, just kind of fill it out with some stuff. Now, time is a good idea. I was going to try and put some stuff on the edge, like some cogs or some wheels or something, but then I realized not really a thing. I mean, it's so far away from the queue, people wouldn't really notice it. What's the point in wasting that kind of money, right? And then we'll put this down here, we'll line this up. Somehow they went down at a strange angle, but all right, let's add some more clutter. We'll make it look better there. Okay. All right, I think that looks okay. We need some signage though, I think. Right, we don't want people standing up in here because they'll lose their heads, so let's do that. I need to come back and change that to Planco, but for the minute it's in English. Let's put a sign on here. You know that the park is called Cutter's Creek, so we could call this Cutter's Mill, right? Because it's cutting trees, right? It's a sawmill. There we go, sawmill. Fantastic. Let's get some more scenery going. We'll put this here. I think it'd be cute actually to have some splashy coming out. So let's put this guy in here. We'll just line it up with a nozzle like that and have it dripping down. There we go, fantastic. It's dripping through the ride. So let's just bring the ground up just to hide that nonsense. Okay. So, I wanted to do something like a little tunnel or a grotto or go under something. So, let's see if we can't we'll pull this in here, make it feel a little claustrophobic. And we're going to do like a natural tunnel or something under here. We'll get some rock texture going on there. And we need to enclose this in rock. Alright, so I'll do the entrance and the exit like that with some boulders, and then we'll see if we can find some. We'll see if we can find something just to put across the top. Now these are pretty cool. These are part of the adventure pack, so we'll just recolor them so they're roughly the same color, and we can use these just to give us some texture on the walls, or on the. Actually, this would be the roof, wouldn't it? So we'll take a look at this. We'll see how this is. Okay, maybe not. All right. What about these? This is definitely a little bigger, a little wider. It's going to be easier to manage and get around this corner. So let's see if we can't get this around the corner here. It's nice and low, so it's going to give us that nice claustrophobic feel. Let's go around here, line it up. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, no, I'm not feeling that. Okay, what about rocks? Can we just use rocks to go around? There's going to be a lot of rocks. You know what, screw it. Let's just backfill. We'll backfill with the terrain tool, and we'll make sure that we haven't covered the ride up too badly, because it is, yeah, there's enough space there. All right, there we go. We'll just pretty this up with some scenery here. We'll get some bushes and stuff down just to make it look a little better. I don't want to cover up that path, because that's the access path for backstage, so they can obviously work on that little lift hill there. I'm trying to be careful not to put anything too far down through the ground, so it's not going to stick out in our tunnel underneath. All right, now this. Okay, so let's work on this area here. We need to support this floating walkway. We'll do one side at a time. So, all right, we'll edit the building, and we're just going to use these logs, massive logs, as faux supports. And then we'll put cross members underneath them. So let's bring these, line them up with a path a little bit so they look better. Now I need cross supports. What can I use here? Girders? I don't want to use girders. Well, you know what, let's just go with wood beams, I guess, because there are no I-beams available in the game at the moment. That would be nice, Frontier, if we could have some I-beams. That would really help us out. Okay, anyway, so we'll just use wood beams to go across there. It's not a big deal. So we'll just line them up and make it look like they're supporting the walkway. And for over here, we'll just use the same wood beams, but we'll make them lower. We need taller ones there, and we'll move them in just so they look like they are creating. There we are. That looks like they're supporting that. Fantastic. What's next? All right, let's do some of the same over here. We'll bring these in. So it looks like the walkway actually has some support rather than just being held up by magic. Okay, so that's that side. Let's do the same thing on this side. God, I'll line this up over here. Yeah, it's just not quite wide enough. The ride does kind of sort of clip through it, but I'm okay with that. So we'll just very quickly bring these in. Make it look like those supports are halfway attached. There are no, you know what? No way of doing it. And then I come up with an idea of walls. I'm like, well, I need to do some kind of walls along the edge here. So let's see if we can't do some stacked timber, right? So we'll start with the building element. We'll use these wood supports. And then we will do like a 3-high stack of these wooden timbers. And I think that actually looks really nice. Cool. Okay, so that's a wall. That was easy enough. All right, so we'll do a couple of these just to kind of keep the people under control, because, like I said, we really don't want them to run into areas that we don't want them in. And these pathway railings, they're not particularly tall. If the security guard is not paying attention, people are just going to hop those and go mad. So we'll just make sure that we corral these troublesome little folks in here like that. I think that looks pretty good. All right, we'll do a little bit of scenery around here, and okay, some bushes. Yep, right here. Okay, we'll come back to this bit. I think we'll just chuck a couple of trees in. Yeah, we'll come back to this. Okay, so we've got this. I wanted to make this look a little more natural, so let's bring the terrain back in a little bit just to cover up that concrete edge, because that concrete edge is blah. Oh, okay, so yeah, because of the path, I can't pull the terrain back underneath it, so let's just cover up our sins with a couple of rocks, like this. Okay, there we are. All right, that'll work. Okay, some rocks, and we'll add some more around the edges like this. That's cool. All right, let's quickly throw down some hedging and some greenery around here just to give it a little bit of life, because it does look a wee bit dead. What else? Lily pads. Let's throw some lily pads down in here once I've got them lined up with the surface. There we go. I think they would probably be around the areas where we don't get a lot of water movement, so probably on the very edge like that. Maybe here. That side, it's probably a little closer to the splash zone, but it'll do. Let's get some of these in here because it's going to be moist in this area, so we could probably put some moisture-loving scenery down in there. That's okay. It's coming together. Okay. Let's get some trees down just to kind of bring the area to life a bit more. There, that looks great. Okay, and we'll throw some hedging down in here too. There we go. Looks great, I think. All right, so I think that's gonna probably be about it for now. I'm gonna do some more work on this off camera. It's all coming together. There's still a lot of empty space. I have no idea if I'm going to get this finished before November the 6th, but it'll be fun finding out. Thanks for joining me. It's much appreciated. Any constructive criticism is always welcome, and I hope you'll have a wonderful day, evening, afternoon, whatever it happens to be. Bye-bye!